Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, or good night, depending on when or where you're watching this from. But welcome to our unboxing here of the starter deck UlforceVeedramon. This was supposed to be an unboxing of this deck and the opposing Digimon deck, but the Digimon deck got stuck in the UK for some reason, thanks DHL. So only my copies of the UlforceVeedramon deck have arrived. And yes, I do say copies because, well, I ordered two of them because some of these cards are only two ofs, and to get a playset you're really going to need two copies of it. One thing I will say before we get started is if this seems a bit up close and personal, I can really only apologize for that. My regular tripod kind of crumbled on me when I unfurled it this morning or this evening to do this unboxing. I undid the joints, I was stretching out the legs, and it just crumpled into a billion pieces in my hand. If I remember, I will throw a photo up either here or on Twitter for you to see the state that it was in. So we've got a bit of a makeshift display going on for this unboxing, so I would have preferred the camera to be higher up, but this isn't really going to matter once we get to the cards. But you may have seen that this box is a teensy bit bigger, and by a teensy bit bigger I mean quite a bit bigger than the average card games box. Yeah. So if we put them corner to corner, you can see just how much bigger these new structure deck boxes are than starter decks 1 through 6. I just had the Izzy box on hand, just to show that off. But yeah, so there's a reason for that. As we roll onto the side here, so we've got some nice extras in the box here. As we just have a look at it, we've got the usual Digimon card game branding, we've got our legal flim flam on the back, but I do love this. Any and all sale and or export of this product outside Japan is strictly prohibited without approval. Sorry Bandai or Toei, I guess this makes me a criminal or something. I don't know. So we can see our new Veedramon, our new Demi-Vmon, and is that V-Laser? No. Well, the actual attack name will come back to me. But as ever with these, the card names and effects are going to be on screen, but the UlforceVeedramon deck revolves around you having 8 or more cards in hand to trigger a lot of the effects, and I don't know how versatile that's going to be, but that's sort of the strategy. If you have 8 more cards in hand, and you build up a chain, your Digimon get like extra attack points, or DP, you get extra I think you get extra memory off one of them. There's a whole thing, but we'll go through. So the reason this box is so big is because there's so much in here. Right. So we have our deck, right? We have these promotional memory boost cards. Now, each of these starter decks comes with a pack of 6 of these, and they all do the same thing. All these cards, they all do the same thing, but they do them for all different colors. So let me just get the sleeve off. Or calling it a sleeve is a bit generous, but it's a lovely foil effect on them. But this is called red memory boost, blue memory boost, yellow memory boost, green memory boost, black memory boost, and purple memory boost. And basically they all do the same thing. When you play it, you pick up the top 4 cards of your deck and you add a red Digimon, or blue, yellow, green, black or purple Digimon card to your hand, and then move this to your battling area. Then it has a delay ability, so you can't use its second effect on the next turn, but when it's in your battle area, you can send it to the trash pile to gain 2 memory. Now, I have bought 2 of the UlforceVeedramon deck and 2 of the Gabumon deck, so I will have a full playset of all of these colors. I don't know how optimal they'll be, but I couldn't resist with the green one because it's got Wormmon and Stingmon, and I think they're adorable. Yellow has the Taichi Agumon and Greymon, red has the Masaru Agumon and Geogreymon, blue has Vmon and Veedramon, black Hagurumon and Gardramon, and then purple Demi-Devimon or Pico Devimon and Devimon himself. So, but all these cards, they all do exactly the same thing, just swap out color. We also get these really shiny memory gauges. So we get a Vmon one, and we also get a UlforceVeedramon one. And that's how, you know, they would line up. Then there's just so much that comes with this, and we haven't even gotten to the deck. It also comes with a double-sided playmat, which also includes its own memory gauge, because, you know, you can't be expected to bring those shiny cards with you everywhere. So one side is UlforceVeedramon. I'll just open it up here. And the other side then is Vmon and Chippymon, or Demi-Vmon. So oh yeah, and then there's the imagery from the other side. So really cute that the you know, the decks are going to start coming with this stuff. Like in terms of playmats and things, that's going to be really fun. Let me just get rid of this excess packaging. And yeah, so just lay it out. So you got your deck, you got your trash, your turn order is down here. See what I can do there. So you've got your turn order, your trash pile, your deck, your breeding area for your Digitama, and then your security stack, and then of course you've got your memory gauge along the top. So okay, so I think it's pretty neat. And then of course we'll get a shot of all the bonuses together at the end, but still pretty neat. So let's move on to the deck then, shall we? And starting off with Chippymon, and yeah, like, it's an inheritable skill, so if you've got 8 or more cards in hand, you get 1,000 data points. So nope, come on. These strips are harder to get off because it feels like there's so much more than 50 cards here, but it's 50 cards and the usual rule cards that we've seen before, you know, so like these don't really matter so much, but because we've seen these before on the previous starter decks. So you get 4 Chippymon, This is a reprint of the Elecmon from the first booster pack. So you can see that there, it's still got the same code as the booster pack one, BT1, but it's new artwork, and I kind of like that approach, because if you play a game like, say, Yu-Gi-Oh, where every starter deck or structure deck reprints the same 5 staples, you know, or gets to a point where you feel like it's just reprinting a bunch of cards you already have, like, you know, 6 dozen of, it doesn't really do anything to shake it up. And because this game runs off having 4 of the card code as opposed to the monster or ability name, changing up the artwork is a nice way of sprucing that up. So he's just a vanilla, 0 cost to evolve, 2 cost to play normally, and 3000 DP. Then we get Gabumon, who is new to this deck. You get 4 Gabumon, so you get a playset. Then we get a new Dracomon card. And again, as always, effects are going to be on screen. So we get 4 Dracomon. And I do like the artwork. New to the deck, ST08. Or ST803, I should say. Then we get a shiny old Vmon. And the foiling is really nice. It really thickens the... You can't really see it, but feeling the card, this feels so much thicker than I'm used to. I would need to go back and look at the... Actually, we can do that, because I still have the Koshiro deck on hand. So we can go back and sort of look at how the foiling has changed between structure decks. Because there's something that's just really nice and matte finishy about this. And it just feels like tougher card, and it just feels thicker. So let's have a look. Yeah, give me Heracles Kabuterimon here. Yeah. This card feels... It's weird, like, the foiling on this card feels sturdier. I don't know what it is. The backs of the cards feel roughly the same, but there is something about the shiny on this. It just feels tougher and more rigid, so that's interesting. But you get 2 of those Vmon. So if you want a starter, if you want a playset of him, you'll have to get 2 of them. But it's got a really interesting ability where it can actually warp evolve to a level 6. Which in this case would be our UlforceVeedramon. So that's crazy. You can just go from rookie to mega, like, instantly. Bringing warp evolution into the game, quite fun. That'll be an interesting mechanic. So, but the full extent again of what it can do will be on screen. And then we have Veedramon. And again, it's got that foil finish to it. Again, feels very tough and rigid. And we get 1... Oh. I think we just get 2 of these. So it's an UlforceVeedramon deck, but we're only getting 2 of the Vmon family cards each so far. Let me just make sure there's not... there was another card tucked behind here. Grand, so it's the next one up on our block. Actually, let me just show off Veedramon again. Cool. And then we have Cordramon. fine. We get 1, 2, 3, 4 Quadramon. Now, this is a reprint of the Gorillamon from Booster Pack 1. Again, alternate artwork. And, you know, he's a 1 cost to evolve, 6,000 level 4. You know, he's just vanilla level 4. This is why you play him. Which is fine. And you get 1, 2, 3, 4 Gorillamon. And then you also get a reprint of the Monzemon, level 5 from Booster Pack 1. Also new artwork. I actually prefer this artwork to the original Monzemon artwork, if I remember image on screen, to compare the two. And you get 1, 2... Well, you only get 2 Monzemon. Okay, so if you want a playset, you need the second deck. But if you've got your Monzemon from Booster Pack 1, you don't really need to worry about it, because again, it's just a vanilla monster. Then we have Wingdramon, and you get 1, 2, 3, 4 of Wingdramon. Then we have UlforceVeedramon, looking quite badass. And you get 1, 2, 3. You actually get 4 UlforceVeedramon, which is interesting, because so far the Vmon chain has just been 2 OVs outside of the Digitama, so 4 of this. Let me just give you guys a good look at it. And there we go. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then we have Slayerdramon, who's got that nice foiling effect to him as well on the fire. We get a playset of Slayerdramon. And then we have our cover card, UlforceVeedramon, who also relies on you having 8 or more cards in your hand. I don't know how feasible that's going to be, but I would almost rather evolve the Vmon from this structure deck into the UlforceVeedramon that I'm already playing from Booster Pack 1, because I just think it has the better overall ability. But you get 2 of this UlforceVeedramon, and then we get into the option cards. So a reprint of Hammer Spark from the Yamato starter deck 2. New artwork for Hammer Spark, really nice. And you get 2 of that, which is cool because it just gives you 1 memory. It's 0 cost to play, and you get 1 memory from it. So that's really good. 2 if it's a start. You get 2 if it's if it's unveiled as a security card. So that's fun. Ulforce Sword. Grand. You get 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. And then, I don't know. God, what's UlforceVeedramon's attack? V Energy Breath or something, whatever. It's probably not that. God, it's because the name is lost on me at the moment, but you get 4 of those as well. So that's really good. These option cards, as you'll see from the effects on screen, really good. They'll certainly be helpful. But that's kind of it for the new blue starter deck. So some really good reprints, some really good new cards. The 2, 3, what you get a 2 of and what you get a 4 of, I'm not really the biggest fan of, because I feel like if it's going to be a a Veedramon or an UlforceVeedramon themed deck, then it should really, you know, have more of that line of cards in it. I think there's also one of the cards, I'm not sure, maybe it's might be the Wingramon or the Slayerdramon, but it does something where if you have a monster with a Dramon in its name, that's how you get its ability applied to that monster. But you know, if we've covered it, effect will be on screen for the appropriate card. So that's really it. So let's have a look at our new friends here. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So we got our Demi-Veemon, our Veemon, our Veedramon, our UlforceVeedramon, and our UlforceVeedramon. And I really do love the new foiling technique, whatever they're doing. It just makes the cards feel thicker. Like, it's not even a case that these have been played and feel worn down. Because I don't play greens. Green's a fine deck to play, but I don't play greens. But there is just something thicker on these new cards. It's just, they feel more durable. I also really like the shiny new memory gauges. Looking forward to getting my Digimon decks just to get the other ones and see how they are. And then the memory boost option cards is a really good idea, and having a playset of all of the colors is going to be really fun once my Digimon decks get in. So overall pretty happy. Like when I opened up the Amazon package and I saw how big the actual deck box itself was, I was very thrown off as to why the box is as big as it is, but there's so much stuff in it. But you know, I hadn't realized that at first, so I'm just like, oh, why is there so much extra packaging now? And that really shows why. Jeez. So yeah, overall quite fun. Looking forward to the Gallantmon ones turning up, and we'll have a look at those. I thought we were going to be doing the 2 decks in this video. Clearly that's not the case, so we will leave it there. And thank you very much. If you're new here, be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons. We've passed over the 5,000 sub mark here on YouTube, and I'm very happy about that. Let's aim for 10,000. Alright, that's our next goalpost. Let's aim for 10,000. And join me again tomorrow for our look at the Gallantmon starter deck. Until then, guys, take care. Thank you very much. Look after yourselves, and good night. Bye.